policy number 1 is on reports. You can see that this is the first policy when it comes to security because it is very important. Very, very important. Others can notice an event, notice something and walk past. But for security department, what happens? You take notes. Is that not so? You take notes. Why? Because you are security. You are protecting lives, properties. Is that not so? Yes. So for that reason, you have to be alert, you have to be sensitive, you have to take down notes. So that is the whole essence of this first policy on reports. Now, the purpose is to ensure all security staff use a proper and standard form of reporting. Everybody who calls himself or herself a security personnel must know how to take down notes and how to report. That is basic, that is key. If you don't know how to do that, I expect you to learn from now. So what is the procedure? We have what we call the daily reports. What is that? The daily reports. So as a security personnel, do you just stop at helping people to drive in and drive out? And then once they have done that, you sit down and you start gisting and chatting? That is all you do. Don't reduce yourself to a gate man and a gate woman. All right? Yes, don't reduce yourself to that. See yourself as a security personnel. My presence here must count. My presence here must matter. Your eyes will have to go left, right, and center. And every one of you is supposed to have a notepad for taking down your notes. All right? Take down your notes, every single one of you. Be alert, be a security person on guard, be a security person that is at work. So that even if something is happening from a distance, they don't have to signal, security, security, come, come. You have seen it because you are looking out for it. All right? You have seen it because you are looking at. Before they will even signal, you have sighted that something there needs your attention and you're already on your way approaching. So ask yourself, are you a gatesman or you are a security personnel? Your actions will determine which one you belong to. So number 1 is daily reports. Every security guard on duty must carry with them a pen and a tickler, a pocket notebook at all times during your duty to record any compromise in security. So you make provision, right? Yes. It doesn't have to be a big exercise book, a notepad that can just fit into their pocket with a biro. Yes, so they are taking notes and they are writing down. So that is number 1. At the end of the day, everybody who is a security personnel now submits what they have noted down. Okay, nothing compromising happened in my vicinity and my area. You know, the supervisor now takes note of that. Yes. Daily reports shall be in form of spot entries extracted from the tickler and entered in the security logbook within 1 hour of their occurrence. So there is now a logbook, a security logbook. But what forms the report for that security logbook? Your own observations, your own security observations. You are alert. You are looking out. You are watching. You're not just opening the gate. You are looking at the plate number. You're looking at the person coming inside. You are alert. All right? You are taking down notes. You suspect or feel or sense something is not proper. Just take down notes. Nobody says you should run into action. Take down notes and communicate. So from those notes you're taking, that is what will now form the daily report. Data and time should be made in every entry in the security logbook. Entries shall be made in chronological order for all the events that transpired during his or her tour of duty. So it's not what happened in the, you won't report what happened in the evening before what happened in the morning. Am I correct? Yes. So you have to take it a step at a time. From morning, so that you don't confuse those that are reading and want to make sense out of what you are reporting. This logbook is to be read and noted by the incoming security before assuming his duties. So the logbook, whatever thing happened that the security personnel on duty have put together and it has formed the report in the logbook that we have, there should not be what a handover. Those that are taking over, those that are coming the next day or the next shifts should know what you even observed. Should know what transpired, what happened before they take over. The security manager shall review the security logbook before submitting it to the front office or general manager's office. Now, incident report. We've talked about which reports now? Daily reports. And we said for the daily reports, every single personnel on duty contributes to that. So what I would even say is that when the report is entered into the logbook, take note of the person, the security personnel who is providing the information. These are things that cannot even be used for appraisal, for recommendations, and even for reward purpose. Let's even know who is alert and who is not alert, who is just ready to chit-chat. You've opened the gate and you just go in and you don't know what is happening in your environment. You should be on the lookout. So the daily report, we now have what we call incident reports. What is an incident report? This report is a detailed report of an occurrence, incident initially entered in the security logbook, which requires immediate action and follow-up. Somebody is being molested, all right? Somebody is being harassed. These are things that can enter where? Your incident report book. So this is where details, or there was an experience and there was a wedding and they broke the door, all right? That should now enter where? The incident report. So the personnel on duty, the security person on duty is supposed to note it down that this happened. Is that not so? Yes. In their own daily reports. Then the incident reports will now have what? Details of what happened. And not just details of what happened, but even the actions. The person was arrested. The person was taken to so and so. And investigation is ongoing. All these will now be captured in what? The incident report book. So this incident report should be accomplished immediately after the initial entry in the security logbook. Complete details should be entered in an incident report using the 5 W's and what 1H. You're familiar with this, right?
Yes.
Good. So that is what we are now expecting. Compliance, okay, with this. So for daily reports, every personnel is supposed to have their what? Their pocket jotter, your pen, you write, you sign your daily report. Everybody contributes to what? The daily report, which is compiled into the security logbook. Then we now have the incident reports, which is where we now get details of anything that has happened. Now we have the investigation report. The investigation report is an objective report which is planned and organized to determine the facts concerning specific events, situations, occurrences, and conditions. Investigation report should be accomplished using the 6-paragraph form: authority, matters investigated, facts of the case, discussion, conclusion, and recommendation. So you come across something and you're thinking this is what it may be, but you are not sure. You can't really place your hand to say this is the problem, or this is what went wrong, or this is what somebody has done. What will you start? Your investigation. You don't have to announce it. I'm investigating this person. It looks like this person used to come out. Before you start and finish that investigation, everybody already knows. It's no longer an investigation. Do you understand? But you have noticed that it looks like something is going on. You just tell the key person who is responsible, like the CSO, like the supervisor, that this is what I think is going on. And this now starts. You now investigate it. You don't come and report something you have not investigated. Come and, I want to see the GM. It's like somebody is going out of the gate with something. That is accusation. All right? And that can also be detrimental to the health of people around you and even to their safety. Nobody will trust you anymore. They'll be careful around you. So don't accuse, investigate, have your facts. Once you're done investigating, what do you have? You have your investigation report with recommendations. You have your facts. So as security personnel, be careful what you say and how you say what you say. Now, this report must be submitted to the security manager and the duty manager within 48 hours. Some cases, however, may require a longer period of time. Just carry out your investigation. Be sure of what you're about to report. Do not accuse. If you're suspecting, you say, I suspect. There's a difference between suspecting and saying, I am sure that this happens. All right? Now, progress reports. We have another report, progress report. We have talked about how many reports now? Daily reports, incident reports. Now we have progress reports. Now, this is called a follow-up report. It contains a summary of an incident, case investigated, and the status. All right? So remember that we have incident reports. Just like what happened in Gowon CSO. I hope you know that you are now supposed to give us what is called progress reports. You are supposed to give a progress report because the progress report will now show what happened, the date it happened, all right? It will now tell you investigated or the incidents that occurred, you have the details. This is what happened. The person was arrested, okay? The person was taken to the station, and upon doing this and that, the person paid, and the door has been fixed. So that is now a progress report. That is what you are supposed to do, and not physically coming to see or to say. Do you understand? You are supposed to give us a progress report for a case, a follow-up for an incident that has been investigated. You are giving us everything that has happened as progress reports. So the purpose of this report is to determine if a certain incident or case has been resolved to include the action taken. The progress report is to be accomplished and submitted to the security manager, duty manager, and the general manager. So even when you are asked, what about this case? And you have not submitted the progress report, all you have to say is under investigation, still under investigation, right? You have not finished. So when you are done, how do we know that you have finished? When we see the what? Progress reports. When we see what? The progress reports. That is how we will know that you have finished your investigation, you have put everything down, and at a glance, we know what happened, we know what you did, and we will know the conclusion. So we are clear about how many reports. Now we have the daily reports, we have what? Incident reports, then investigation reports, and progress reports. Now that is all about reporting. Are we clear?